And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. I have yet to have my guest join, but starting at 8 o'clock is starting at 8 o'clock. I'm hoping everybody's having a wonderful evening. I'll send out some invitations out there to the world. Ignition, thanks for joining us and watching. I'll send you an invite as well. We may have on the panel tonight, hopefully, Vince Rodriguez, Manny Correa. Oh, let me see if anybody else is available. Sean Marie Penny, thank you. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm just waiting for the guests to start arriving. Appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. It's in a wonderful, well, in a crisp, cold Sunday evening here. So Manny wanted to do some things, and Manny's the one that I can't find. But hopefully we'll get everybody situated. Everybody will be arriving soon. So just sit tight, and enjoy the evening. How's everybody doing? Oh, Shauna. Sorry, my apologies. Let me get this computer classes. Hey, Marcus, how you doing today? When are we gonna get you on a hangout, Marcus, so you can tell us all about video effects? So yeah, if Manny doesn't show up, we're changing all this over to video gaming. But Shauna, we appreciate you for coming by. Please hit the like button. All three of you have. Ignition, got it. All right, Marcus, I'm waiting on you, brother, so we can get this whole thing situated. Hey, Good Dog Press has joined us.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
How you doing, buddy?
I am doing great. I am just video editing, just editing a video that I for tonight that I will release. I'm just doing some work. It's
All
fun.
right. Right. So I invited some other people. I invited, of course, K Blond, and I invited Vince Rodriguez. And I don't know. Ooh, you got a lot going on back there, man.
I'm trying to do it real fast so I don't disturb you. There, done.
No worries. Shauna Marie Penny says, "My night is so boring. I have no one to talk to." Well, you can
Ooh.
talk to us. Joshua Hughes says, "E Oatmeal is going up against Chester again." Well, it's Sunday night, and I have to work tomorrow, and I get up super early on Mondays. So the only time I can come on is at this time, 8 o'clock, and then I can do from 8 to 10. And that's about it. That's all I can do. Kate Blonde just joined the house. Hey, how you doing this evening?
Doing good. I just got your message. Did
Yep.
you already invite Vince?
I already invited Vince. He said he's gonna be able to pop by for a little bit. Hello, Emma Black Rose. Thank you for joining us in this wonderful evening. Hopefully, we'll get some artists coming in a minute. I send it out to the doghouse. I send it out to Vince. I guess I have to send one to our favorite Dina. Let me see if I can find her.
Am I not an artist?
You are an artist. You're one of my favorite artists. Is Ricey going to be on? I don't know. Shauna Marie says my fiance is out with his friends. I'm assuming, and I'm home all by myself. Space Galleria, what's up? Thank you for joining us this wonderful evening. And like I said, we're waiting. We are steadily waiting. It's kind of an impromptu thing that we did today, just like last night. And even though I am going up against a lot of heavy hitters tonight, you got the Chesters, you got Mickey XOXO. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be a crazy night.
Mickey's
So
on?
yeah, Mickey's on, man. She's
Oh,
doing it big. She has an interview.
I gotta go say hello to her.
Yep, drop by, say hello. If we get enough people, we might do a raid. Um,
Cool. Yeah, we should do a raid on Chester. just to tweak them.
Oh, Chester's doing good, man. Marcus Given is here. Vince Rodriguez is in the house. Vincent, how you doing? All right. Vincent maybe having some technical difficulties. We'll just let him work that out. K Blond will work it out with him. Test Monkey says, do a raid on Booster.
No, we need to do a raid on Pusa Studios. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Do a raid on Pusa Studios. He'll sick them all on you, man.
Oof. Mm.
Yeah,
I don't think he's on. Vince says he's here, but
Pusa's on right now.
Pusa is on right now.
Yeah, he's live. So we need to go over there and go hashtag, ERTs with love raid.
I mean, if y'all want to, all 10 of us.
Before you get a little bit bigger, we'll go do that.
All right. Well, so, all right. It says Vincent Rodriguez joined the video call again. Vince, are you there? All right. He's going to continue to work that out. Colonel Screen says, hey, Marcus, if we do, let me get 10, 15 more people here. All right. That's cool.
That'd be awesome.
We'll work it all out, man. And, of course, we got the Mighty Wrench. Marcus Givens. Huh?
I don't see KG.
No, KG's not here. But I got my version of the Mighty Wrench, Marcus Givens, who has taken to me and apparently enjoys modding in this channel sometimes. So I'm very, very grateful for him. And well, if y'all wanna hit that raid, I guess we can. Let me look. I haven't really looked at what was going on. I was over here just minding my own business, playing Monster Hunter World, killing some monsters. I was like, oh, it's 8 o'clock, and I never set everything up. Let me set things up and get things going. But there's 131 people at Pusa Studios. Sure, why not? Why not go over there, raid them real quick, and give them a little love from EOTs? How should we hashtag it?
Well, you should hashtag at least say raid from ERTs and make sure they got the link in there for everybody to go to.
All right, so I'm going to put the link down here in our chat. And most of you are probably already subscribed to Pusa Studios, but hey, you know what? And all right. Let's raid Pusa Studios. Here's the link. And we're going to hashtag it like this. Con amor.
What we're going to?
B. Ortiz. Oops.
He's gonna get that?
I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And I gotta put no spaces in the hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. And then yeah. Should we do it like that, or should we? No, that's too complicated. Let's put it with salutate. I say with love.
Yeah, with love from ERTs. That's all you gotta do. Make it simple. Don't go too ethnic.
No, man. I don't know what you're trying to say, brother.
Well, you gotta remember, there's a lot of brothers out there in that Pusa studio that won't understand.
Oh, I see, said the blind man. All right, people. There's the link. If y'all want to go raid Pusa Studios and say hashtag with love from me Ortiz, you're more than welcome. I'm not gonna be mad at y'all. So here we go. And
we need to do it all at the same time.
All right, so let's go. Andiamo, señorinos and señorinas.
Make sure you guys put at Pusa Studios when you guys do it. Go at Pusa Studios with hashtag raid from ERTs live. Make sure you guys say he's live too.
All right. Studios. Control V. Live. And there goes the first one, and see what happens. I'm not listening to what he's saying, so maybe he will talk. Let me see. See if it pops up.
Okay, so you guys see what I just did?
Yeah, we just did it. You did it. Spice Galleria did it. Chronos Cranium did it.
Yeah, just make sure you guys put at Pusa Studios hashtag raid from ERT's live. That way he'll come over here now. Guaranteed he'll come over here. Yeah. Oh, I like Kronos, that's awesome.
Thank you so much. That's
That's so awesome.
See, they're talking about it now.
Yeah, they're talking about it now.
That's how we do it.
Sorry I missed your invite the other night. I was asleep, but I definitely want to join you guys in the channel.
Cool. See, that's how we do it. We promote ourselves, man. All right.
Giving everybody.
The oatmeal.
It was Joshua Hughes.
That Joshua Hughes. You don't know who the hell oatmeal is. Oh my God. Now you know what the bad part is? People are gonna start subscribing to me and not even gonna know.
I know.
Once you guys pop in over there, people would subscribe to you like mad.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
Hey, Willie Reed's over there.
What's Willie Reed doing over there?
Willie Reed trying to get some subs. I always, whenever I say Willie Reed, I always say I got you.
Nice.
Yeah, and then people want to see that I'm getting people, and they're going to like, oh, let's go subscribe to Good Dog. No, I don't want to subscribe to anybody right now.
Hey, I'm gonna drop out just a little bit and help Vince with his voice thing. I'm gonna screen share his thing. I'll be back.
All right, Kate.
Yep.
Hey, Pope Fire, how you doing?
Pope Fire in the house?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Give me one moment.
I can't do my video now that Pope Fire's here.
Oh no, that's when you do it, man.
No, there's a surprise guest at the end of the video.
Oh.
Well, they're going to be more than just one surprise guest. There'll be a whole bunch of. There's going to be at least two surprise guests. I can't even get it out. That's pretty bad.
What are we talking about?
Nothing.
No, I want to know now.
All right, I'm gonna drop out of Pusa's because I'm too much going on right now.
Yeah.
And Cassidy and Vince, we got Vince Rodriguez as a special guest today. He's an artist that's been on Fanspeak, and we wanted to get him on the show. We got Pope Fire, the first lady of independent comics / the biggest Starfire fan / the slayer of many. With me,
Yeah,
The troller of Manny.
do you want to hear a joke?
is it funny or is it like your?
Oh
normal
yeah,
jokes?
it's hilarious.
Oh Lord,
Manny, of course.
Do you want to hear the joke?
sure, why not?
Oh God.
Manny's channel.
Oh God.
That's the joke, Manny's channel.
That's the joke.
Oh, seriously. You know what the joke is? When my wife made a comment, at least ERT's made a comment back, and Ninja did, but Pope Fire got scared away.
I didn't see it. I don't pay attention to the chat.
She wasn't the alpha female in the chat at that point. That's why. So she had to go run away.
I was just playing Overwatch. Yes, I actually am Raven's slave master. I pull the whip out every once in a while and tell him to work harder.
Are you white boxing me right now, ERT?
I am.
Oh, so you're looking at the video, the speed video?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I gotta go put music in the background, and I gotta go put the special guest at the end.
All right, Vincent Rodriguez.
I'm scared. Am I the special guest at the end?
Maybe. I told you in the DM, you know, you put that DM out this morning. You put that picture. You think I'm not gonna retaliate?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you looked very handsome.
Oh God! Did you see what my wife said?
No.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh, go read what my wife said. Oh
That
man,
was hilarious.
yeah, it was out there. She does know how to play.
Yeah, she does. She goes right along with it, man, and it's hilarious to me.
Well,
Hey, what
you know what the
was
funny part is? She told me what she wanted to say, Oh, I don't think I should say that. I'm like, why not? Just do it.
I don't. Is she in that chat?
Hmm?
She's
don't
on the
see
good
her.
dog. She's in the doghouse.
Yeah, she's in the doghouse.
I didn't post it in the doghouse though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
No, I posted it in the other one.
No. You posted in the doghouse.
Because I saw it.
No, cause
No, maybe she did put in Muttman. Maybe she did.
yeah, cause I put the only thing I have on here is the sticker Raven
But
did.
it doesn't matter because the skunk girl's in there too. Skunk girl's in both places.
Speaking of Mutt Man,
I didn't see what you put, cause I don't see where it's at.
comic book box on screen. Yeah, it takes a long to get. All
You
right.
guys are curious as to what
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, she said it at about what time? Do. 7 hours ago. Yeah, she said it.
I don't see a skunk.
Yeah, the cute little skunk. Comic book mom. That's what it is. Comic book mom. The little skunk.
Oh, it looks like he's still. Confirmed.
I'm on right now.
Oh my goodness. This
What?
right here. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh.
I don't know if
I think it's beautiful, and I'm gonna make that my avatar for a few days.
Oh, please no. Come on.
so.
I will retaliate hard. You know that.
But you already took my
Oh,
wrench away, so I don't know what else you can do to me.
Really, E and Pope Fire, really?
Look, I
Hey.
can't help it. Santa Raven is like Manilicious with heart eyes. I mean,
Oh my god.
You should be very proud because it takes a lot of effort to get that type of body, Manny, and you know,
And a lot of money too.
and a lot of money. Use the sexy poop.
Oh my
What?
god, that gives me nightmares.
It
You guys have
was your
seen
fault for
the
giving
gauntlet
me that
has been
picture.
thrown down. She is in for a world of hurt tonight. That is just a picture. Mine will be a video.
Oh, will it?
Yes. E,
Ah.
you know, E, you can control this. Why are you showing that, E? You're a horrible person.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
Because-
put it on freeform, and then whoever talks is what shows up.
I can talk pretty fast and I can talk pretty loud, so everybody can make sure that they see this very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece just constantly and consistently, because I think they really do want to see it.
I'm gonna put it back on Manny now.
I don't think anybody wants to see that ever. Nobody
I don't
wants
know. The chat seems to like it.
that. I never want to see that again.
All right, I'll make a new one. Okay.
At least Chester had a full cat suit on. That was pretty cool. I like the full cat suit. I do not like that pasty white body there.
You were a sexy Santa. I mean, that was your fault.
That was a little too sexy for me. Too sexy. I don't want it. Oh, that was
All
just
right, so we'll do this.
Oh no. Oh,
Do you mind sending me a picture of your face again?
No. I really mind, and I will never do it again. I'm not stupid. I got burnt once. I will not be burnt again.
Okay, I'll just go to Facebook.
Oh
God. No.
There's nothing on Facebook. I'm so happy I got rid of them. Oh, yes.
Oh, you really did? What the heck?
Yeah, I did. I think I'm stupid.
Yeah, I
Wow.
do. I do think you're dumb.
Wow.
She always causes trouble, E. Didn't you figure that out? She is trouble. With a capital T.
That one may be too small.
She is so mean.
I am not mean. You take that back.
Oh, you are.
Oops, that's not what I want to do.
I just gotta find a good one. Oh, here we go.
All right, so I'm gonna take it off because I think you're supposed to be showcasing that later. So you want me to take that off of you, Mr. Press?
Well, no, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually gonna start drawing my little secret people for the ending. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Who's gonna be adoring this beautiful body of body oil and Mountain Dew? Ooh, will
let's
it be?
see.
Will it be the wonder from Canada? Hmm. Will it be the Canadian Mexican, not the Canadian Mexican, the California Mexican truck driver? Could it be him? Hmm. Could it be the bear from Japan? Could be all kinds of people I could put in the background. Yeah. It'd be funny if I put Risey.
Yeah, we have Dr. Love in the chat actually, or I think AKA Dr. Wright. He's a writer.
Oh my god! And there's the unbreathable skunk girl in there, and look, she's not putting all caps today. That is so nice.
Well, that's because you went to church earlier, so you don't have to get roped in. Uh, so she's good. How you doing,
Yes.
Unbreakable Skunk Girl? We appreciate you dropping by and telling us about Manny's other side during the chats today. That was very nice. Skunk bodies. Yeah, there's a skunk girl, and you'll see. Oh, Booster with the flags.
That is what Booster wanted. He wanted his where he was born and where he lives. So that's why we do that. We did that flags.
Oh, Manny,
What?
don't look at your Twitter.
Oh no! You know I
Don't
gotta look now.
don't look at your Twitter. Oh,
What? Oh, what is this? Oh! Can't be that bad.
oh yeah,
Oh, what
it's
did she
pretty
put
good.
in? Oh my god! Oh, honey, I'm getting sexually harassed on air.
You wanted the cat suit.
Oh,
You
God!
said the cat suit looked cool.
Wow! Wow!
You are oh so welcome.
Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god! I like the
It'll-
hair. The hair looks good. I do look good with that kind of hair. My hair. That is actually not bad. I like that. The cleavage, though. Wow.
Hey, you said you wanted a cat suit. You said Chester's
Yeah,
cat
but
suit
not.
looked cool,
Oh
so I had
my
to give you a cat suit.
god. Oh really, honey? Oh god.
All I know is you get a lot of compliments, Good Dog Press,
Oh, did you see what my wife just put in that damn?
for sure.
Oh god.
People don't even know what we're talking about. I see
Oh,
Vince Rodriguez is still having issues getting on. I wish. I hope they get it resolved, man. I really wanted to talk to Vince. Uh, I heard he's a really good artist, and all that's good stuff. Kronos is asking if your gender was assumed there, Manny.
really? Who the hell is freaking Pope Fire?
Actually, it's Mammy.
Yeah, mammy. It's mammy.
Oh my lord. Oh my
Oh my,
lord.
oh my goodness. It's
You
terrible.
you wanted something, Mammy?
It is terrible. Terrible.
It's
And the
on.
whole-
It's
the pur-
on. It's
and the
on.
whole
That's all I can say. It's on.
believe it or not, folks, the whole purpose of this hangout was just for this.
Oh. Oh, it's on. It's on. Okay, how can I make Starfire even sexier than she's ever been?
Oh
Mhm.
God! I mean that's not possible for you.
Oh, yes, it is. Trust
Well,
me.
Manny, the easiest way to make Starfire sexier is put your face on her body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what you need to do is put Chester's face on her body. Oh my God.
My goodness.
Or Jacob. Jacob is so gorgeous.
Oh,
If you
I
put
used
his
to.
face on anything.
That's a good.
Oh my goodness, the chat is loving it. They're eating it up. No memories were harmed. Memory and bluster gold.
Memories were harmed. Put a raven. I mean, are you really like that's like the least way to troll me? Like when you want to troll me, you don't want to draw a Starfire.
Oh, trust me. I got
That's
something.
not punishment.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Manny, they say your 5 o'clock shadow is powerful on that picture.
I think it was more than 5 o'clock shadow. It was more like 5 months of.
Yeah, that's 5 months of concurrent 5 o'clock shadows.
Yeah.
AK Blonde, what's up? Did y'all figure it out or?
Oh,
All right, awesome, awesome, man. We've been over here just.
oh, that is so cool. It actually does have on Google Images profile. Awesome.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Really?
Oh, he
Yeah.
changed the browser. Good.
Ah, that's so cool.
Not as much as the Unbreathable Skunk Girl, but you still show up.
Oh, that is so cool. There's actual fan art I haven't even seen yet. That's really cool.
Oh, you got Rick Piper's fan art up there. Cool. There we go. We can use that. Oh, he just did it recently too. Wow. You have a fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I have a lot of fans actually.
Oh, I'm looking at the Pope Fire stuff. I got hell of a lot more fans on my Unbreathable Skunk Girl. If you want to, if you want to compete, I mean, it's on. If she wants to go there, let's go.
No, I'm not joking. When I type in Skunk Girl, I just get fetish stuff.
No, what you need to type in, you need to type in the Unbreathable Skunk Girl. Then you get Skunk Girl. Yeah, if you just put Skunk Girl, yeah, you get some weird stuff. Yeah, don't do that.
All people have to do for me is type in Pope Fire. You know, when you type in the Starfire Outlaw, you get a lot of fan art of mine.
The Starfire Outlaw, let me try it.
All right, Vincent Rodriguez has rejoined for the third time. Hopefully, we've got the situation situated. Vince, how you doing?
I can hear you guys fine. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Starfire stuff on there.
Oh, that's good. Able to
Hang
hear
on,
you
guys,
now.
I got a call coming. Hold on. Wait.
La, 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 la.
Chris, can you get that?
I muted myself.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
All right. All right,
Oye,
Vincent.
coja la llamada, por favor. Yeah, sorry about that.
No te preocupes. Don't worry.
Oh, you speak Spanish. Great.
My
Oh,
last
obviously
name.
with your name. Okay.
Yeah, my last
All
name
right.
is Ortiz. You know, some people completely killed it and thinks it means oatmeal, but hey, I'm beyond that. You know, it's all it is what it is. It's all good. So Vincent, we've been checking. I checked out some of your artwork and I checked you out on FanSpeak and whatnot. And Kate Blond said you'd be a good person to bring on. So we thought, you know, we'd bring you on and you know, maybe if you can, because it looks like you may not be able to, you know, share some of your artwork. Looks like you're on a telephone. You on the phone or the computer?
No, I'm on the computer.
All right, awesome. I mean, no pressure. I don't pressure anybody ever, you know.
Okay.
But if you want to share, K Blonde is already showing something that you posted, so I'm gonna put it on here. On his is some hair that you did, which looks amazing.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I can post some stuff. Can it be done through here on the computer or?
It should be able to. You should be able if you should be able to share your screen and pop up some stuff. But if not, K Blonde is going through your library right now, through your portfolio, better said.
All right.
You know.
You
Can you see what? Can you see what he's doing?
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone posted a little.
Through the one on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some images. You guys can go if you want to see some better ones. I think you can go to artstation.com and go to Art by Vince. Artstation.com / Art by Vince.
All right.
And I think you guys will get some decent pieces that I put on there. They're all from last year and stuff, so they're not very current yet. But because I stopped posting there about 4 or 5 months back. Although I want to start again, putting some new things on there. But if you guys want to bring that up, maybe you can see some stuff.
Yep.
I just found it. Found it.
There we go. All right, give me that link, please.
Oh, sure. Let me just.
Oh crud! Hold up, I'm being arrested right now.
That was my phone. I'm sorry.
So, Pope, you think that Dana will let me use her image? See the image that's on my screen?
Let me see.
That's from
Yeah, Dinah. I'm sure Dinah won't mind.
Okay, I'm gonna color it up, and that's gonna be a little guest appearance.
Yeah, Dinah said she may be able to join in a little bit.
Cool.
So, we're just keeping it going while we're doing that. We're watching some of Vince Rodriguez's artwork. So we're giving him a little love today.
Give everybody some love.
Look, man, we try to give everybody a little bit of love if we can.
Hope Raven shows up on Google Images.
Yeah.
Man, this is some really detailed stuff. It's almost like an exactly. Oh, look, Fifth Element.
Yep.
Yeah. Was the girl's name called Lilo?
Lila.
Lila? Oh, it says Lilo right here.
Lilu.
Lilu, yeah. Lilu.
I remember that movie.
I
remember Did you draw the blue alien?
Which one?
I wondered if you drew the blue alien. Try to look through
the
here.
Singer? The opera singer?
Yep.
No, I haven't drawn that one yet.
You should probably draw that one. People will probably like it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I think I'll do that.
Oh, look at that, Columbo.
Oh yeah.
Legend.
All right. Hold on for 1 second. I got some questions. Dr. Love asked if this is photo rendering. And people are talking about the movie.
No, it's a drawing. It's a drawing. It's not photo rendering or anything of that sort.
Trusty Psychic is in the house. And Chronos. So Vincent, since you're on and we're looking at your artwork, I don't want you to be shy. So tell us, how long have you been doing this kind of art?
I've been drawing since I went professionally when I graduated high school in '85. I've been drawing since I was about, if you want to take it way back, I used to like doing doodles and stuff like that since I was a little kid, about 4 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad used to like drawing airplanes and stuff. So that would like, I would really get into that, and I really loved it. So I would try to start doing my own little doodles and airplanes and whatnot. So that kept on going. I enjoyed drawing as a kid, and then when I discovered comics when I was about 9 years old, and that really made things take off. That really made me want to draw. So that went on through junior high, which I really advanced a lot. I kind of advanced through through elementary quite a bit, thanks to the comics. And then in junior high, it started getting a lot more advanced because I started discovering different kinds of comics, like Richard Corbin, Heavy Metal Magazine, and all that stuff.
Hey Vince, give me 1 second. Dr. Love asked if you're working on any current projects, any Indiegogos or anything like that of the sort.
No, not at the moment, but I did finish one about 2 or 3 months ago for Xenoscope Entertainment.
Xenoscope.
Yeah, and that's the only comic I've done after a course of maybe a year and a half or so. I haven't done much comics, but the few times that I have, it hasn't been, the greatest experience for me because they've been on such tight schedules that it doesn't allow me to really get the quality of work I would like to, put into my drawings. So it's been kind of a disaster every time for me anyway.
All right. So you've drawn comics because the next question to ask, have you done sequential art? Is usually that's how it starts. Are you working on any projects? Can you do sequential art? And soon they'll ask, what's your going rate? Those are the 3 questions that come back to back to back.
See, that's the issue right there, because you have to, in comics, it's really difficult because it depends on who you're dealing with. Right. Obviously, the indies are usually going to run into pricing that's not as high as one would sometimes want. So it's up to the artist to decide whether they want to go with it or not, just to at least have something in print or get the experience. So, the rate, they ask me for a rate, and I can give them my rate, but they're not going to pay it. I mean, I base my rate on my experience. what I normally the work that I normally do is storyboards for TV, national TV commercials, and I've done stuff for some Hollywood directors. I've also worked for Rhythm and Hues on some of their stuff. And when it comes to comics, I do it simply mostly because of the love, you know,
Right.
because it's not a field that's very easy to get into most times. And if you do, then you know you just unless you make it into the big guys, from what I've heard, the pay is up in the air. It could either be from, hey, you know, no budget, or they can pay you from $30 to $70 per page, you know, depending on what it is you're going to do. I had only 15 days for Xenoscope to draw and ink 23 pages. That was hair raising for me, because it's, you know, one can really appreciate what it is to do a comic book page when you sit down and actually do it, because it's very time consuming. So to
Yeah.
do that amount of work in 15 days, for me, I'm not used to it. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm not in it that often.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, the rate, the big guys pay for, you know, I would imagine about 120, 125 for pencils per page. And the inks are a little bit less. You know, it could be 125 and up, depending on how well known you are.
Right.
That's based on what I've heard. For any of you out there that, you know, want to know about that. So, yeah, I don't know. That's I think I have maybe a handful of comics that I've done
Right.
in my career, and they haven't been anything to write home about. You know,
All right, so I sent the link to Dr. Wright. He is a writer within the community. He was asking a lot of questions on the chat, and I was like, you know what? Let's just bring him on.
Okay.
Dr. Wright, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining my humble channel.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Nick. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, no, I was just asking a lot of questions. I mean, your art looked really fantastic. Obviously, like, I mean, kind of cover painting, drawings, you know, like large base illustrations compared to sort of like the distended shape of paneling, and, you know, sequentials is a bit different. Do you have any sequentials?
Yes, I do. Let me see. Hold on.
The average going rate right now for a professional who's out of the mainstream industry is about $120 a page.
So I was pretty much on the money right there, I guess.
Yeah, like somebody younger, like kind of, you know, that's up and comer, like an apprentice under one of the studios. There's a ton of studios that you can get a lot of work with if you want to try and go through those. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, you know, if you've been in the industry for quite a while, it's really, though, going to depend on, obviously, like your sequentials. Because, I mean, unless you just want to do covers. Like, if you want to do covers, you know, you just say, you know, $500,000 a cover or whatever.
Well, that's what I would love to do. I after my experiences with sequentials, it's left a bit of a sour taste. Unless they give me plenty of time to work on it and do it, you know.
What's plenty of time?
I find it nerve-wracking, to be honest with you. For me, I mean, it's people like, I mean, and I can work at a pretty decent rate, especially since I have experience with storyboards. I have to work under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But comics is a whole different monster, because you got to really put in more detail in storyboards.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's its pros and cons to it. I mean, I love comics. I just wish I could take my time on it. And,
well, I mean, you have to understand. I mean, you know, like for comic books, you've got to understand. It's a confluence. I always tell people, you know, that everybody's like, oh, comics are just a visual medium. No, comic books are a confluence of several mediums at one time. You have graphic composition, you have cinematic composition, you've got writing, you have, you know, the understanding of obviously the paneling structure in and of itself. I mean, just the shapes of the panels can become something that talks to the reader. So there's quite a bit of different medium there for people to partake of, for people to look at and go, ooh, I mean, you look at books like We, wasn't it We? I think where they
Grant
had
Morrison and Frank Quietly.
yeah, with the it was like the journey home or homeward journey or something like that. The book, where you had the animals that like found their way home, and it's kind of like that, but obviously with like they're killing everything and they have tanks and they it's great. But anyways, but it was like most of it, I mean, that was like more than 9 panels on some of those pages. It was like 13, 14 panels. I mean, just ridiculous. But
Yeah.
it was so well constructed, you understood what was going on.
Exactly.
There's a YouTuber that analyzes the panels and talking about how motion is moved across through the images, and it's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to look how long it took for those issues to come out, because I know that Grant Morrison has like a history of late issues for some reason. I'm not sure if that was him or a different writer.
I mean, if it's good, people will wait. Like, especially like in something like Comicsgate, if you just say, look, hey guys, we're putting this together. This is what we've got. Some people just show their wife, and get by. But
right, but then there's another case of Sergio Aragones. You ever heard of him?
Seems familiar.
Oh, he's a really great artist. I mean, he's a. I'll pull up. You guys keep talking. I'll pull up what I'm talking about. Gru, yes.
Yeah, Gru the Wanderer.
And Mad Magazine.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, I'm sorry if I want to invite people from Facebook, like followers or something, to your page.
Yeah, I'll give you the link. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in case maybe there may be people out there that may want to join us.
Join the chat or join the panel?
Right here where we are chatting and stuff.
Oh, you want to join the panel? Just send them the same link I sent you. Okay. If they want to watch the video, I'll send you the link to the page. That's not a problem.
No, like if they want to join the chat here and stuff like that.
Okay, so you want them to be talking so that everybody on the interweb can hear them, or do you just want them to watch the video?
If they want to hear us on the video.
Yeah. I just sent you the link.
Oh, okay, great.
Inside our little chat. Brother, háblame en español si no puedes en inglés. No me confunda.
No, te hablo perfecto. No tengo problema. I just don't want to be rude to everybody else. I don't know if who's able to talk Spanish or not.
Nobody, just me and you.
Oh, okay. Right, so we got another panel we can.
He's like, just me and you, baby. That's it.
What is up with your phone?
I may not speak it, but I understand it.
Oh, so we got okay. All right, let me see.
So it's Vince, right? Vincent, he's the artist.
Yes.
Yeah, Vince Rodriguez. We got a couple. K Blond does a little bit of art, and
Founded
Manny Correa or Good Dog Press.
All right. Well, I mean, Indicron is looking for artists because we're looking at. We have, there's a few script doctors and there's a bunch of writers within Comicsgate, and we are, Indicron has two of the best, me and Jean-Luc actually, and we've got several scripts ready to go, and we're looking for artists to do them. So if you are interested, and we'll pay. So if you're interested in creating something with us, then send your information over to indicron@gmail.com. Like send us some pictures, some sequentials, and your covers if that's what you're into, so that we can get in touch with you.
Yeah, sure. Hold on a second. Give me that email again.
The link, he'll put it on the group in the panel chat.
Okay, great. Yeah,
just like
I mean,
I can do that.
I don't mind doing comics. Of course, yeah. I've been asked before if I'd be willing to do something for free in the past, and when I was a bit rusty, because when you do a lot of storyboards, it takes over a little bit, and the fact that you can get sloppy because they have to be fast, right? Even though I try to do them as high quality as I can within the given amount of time. So I knew that would affect my my drawing sequentials. and it did. So at the beginning, at the very beginning, like when I joined Facebook back in 2012. There's some people that approached me, and I go, all right, so I can get my feet wet again and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And you know, I felt that, I was like, it was really a little bit difficult. So I took the chance, but sometimes those people don't appreciate what one is doing for them, so they start getting picky, or they start asking for a bunch of stuff and things like that, and they don't appreciate it. So I kind of backed off from that. But I figured let me wait so I can polish my techniques and everything like that. And at that point, I need to get paid because I make a living at this. So if I have to
Right.
set time apart for comics, it takes up a lot of time
I
because
mean, it's a lot of energy, man, to do a
it
comic book.
is.
It really
It is.
is. Like,
It's a lot of
you only
time.
got so much creative energy in a day, in a week, in a year, and whatever you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've got to spend it wisely. You got to just kind of understand where it's coming from, where it's going, and put it together in the best way for you.
Yeah. No, because with storyboards, I can just turn my mind off. Literally, I can just because they give you a list of what you got to do, and then you just pretty much draw everything. I've been doing it for so long. I've been at it since '98
Hmm.
that it's just second nature, and I do it relatively fast. And the best thing is that I can communicate well with it, and that's what the directors want, and the
Hmm.
agency.
Hmm.
So that's a great, and it pays much better because I get paid from $50 to $80 per frame.
Well, what was the script for you?
The script, I asked them to detail what they need in each frame. For agencies, they give me a description of what they want in each scene, what the characters will be doing and stuff like that, and where the product shot is going to go.
Hmm.
And if I work for the people who are going to film the commercial, like the directors,
Hmm.
the filming companies, they give me a list of shots because things change. I've had situations where I work for an agency, and that same commercial gets sent to a director, and the director gets in touch with me. So I'm familiar with it, but now the thing changes because now you're talking about cinematography shots. And
Hmm.
since I wanted to be a movie director and I got into film and all that stuff, I'm very familiarized with
They're short.
the whole.
Cinematography shots are like, so there's not a lot of description and that kind of stuff. It's like, ship that looks futuristic in a garbage heap
Yeah,
flying across this. Go.
exactly. But
With this
that will
angle.
work from a script.
Hmm.
So he'll tell me, look, in this shot where he does this, I'm going to need this kind of angle. We're going to use a crane, or we're going to use a dolly, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes to communicate what's going to happen, you'll have to use arrows and things like that, to
Hmm.
indicate movement, pullouts, whatever. And that's, the communication is key. That's a basic thing about storyboards.
Oh yeah.
And, efficiency. People want you to deliver a good service and, deliver in a timely fashion. That's one of the key things. But it's very
You said
hectic. It's
that you
very
had some problems with the comic book sequentials. I was wondering more like, what were the scripts like that you were working with?
The one they gave me.
Yeah.
Um, they would put panel one and give a description of what's going on, and then the dialogue. That's about all I would get. That's all I really need. I mean, unless they tell me, do you want me to give you more detail, or I'll tell them beforehand. I go, look,
Mhm.
I need some detail on the scene. If there's something specific that you want to be communicated,
Mhm.
but sometimes they will give you a very vague description. And
So
then,
do you feel like you know the cinematic composition better than they do, so you'd rather they not even mess with it?
no, I don't mind them telling me. I mean, that's something that I've learned from
Mhm.
from working commercially, is knowing what the client wants. Unless they tell me, go crazy with it.
Mhm.
That's a whole different issue. But I tell them, if you have a specific vision and you want to translate it a certain way, just give me the instructions you want me to follow, and I'll go through with that.
Yeah.
I don't take anything personally. I learned to separate that a long time ago.
You're a professional.
Yeah, it's in one word. I guess you could call it that. Yeah, when I left high school, like any artist, they tell you, well, look, can we change this? And then an artist may not take that very well.
from what artists I've spoken to, like I live
Right.
in the South, and there's a lot of artists down here that come from SCAD, from the Savannah College of Art and Design, and they always tell me they're like, everybody tells us to draw naked furries to make money.
I've been hearing that a lot lately. Well, that seems to be a market. If anyone can
Yeah, I mean, it pays the bills. I guess you got to do what you got to do, right?
that's what it boils down to, really. I think a lot of us would actually like to get out there and do our own thing and do it the way we'd like to, but that's it's not always.
There were so many artists that I looked up from like 5, 6 years ago, and then I chased them down the rabbit hole and found them like leading a graphic design company, or doing architecture or anything else besides comic books.
Yeah. It can be, but like I said, I had to separate myself.
Mm-hmm.
I had to consciously approach it and say, okay, because I could feel my expression changing, and I'm trying to control it in front of the client, and
Mm-hmm.
I knew that wasn't good, and I tried to control as much as I could, but I said, okay, let me see and it's just a matter of practice, really, because whenever
Mm-hmm.
I try it, once you try it first, I'm talking about artists who are entering the field or things like that are in that kind of situation. But I
Mm-hmm.
learned to separate it as quickly as I could, and it was about. I figured, okay, the only stuff I'll take personal is the stuff I do at home for me, and I tell this to a lot of artists that are starting out. And when it comes to the client, whatever they want, you know, name
Mm-hmm.
it, I draw it. When they need changes, whatever you need. The
They
thing is
pay,
getting the
they
product and
say.
getting paid, right?
Yeah. So I was like, they pay, they say.
Exactly. There you go. So that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that. But yeah, I mean, please do send us your information. I mean, we already have like a few different artists that we're taking a look at. Actually, Art T Bear's daughter is doing a cover for me.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, she is. It's going to be charcoal and watercolor.
Very
Wow.
nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a couple of people out here that can. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Trusty Psychic did a nice piece the other day for Good Dog Press, and that thing came out amazing. Line work.
Nice.
So I mean, there's people that come around every so often, here and there. And this is my first time meeting Vincent Rodriguez. I wanted to welcome him in and give him a little exposure, and I guess it kind of worked, kind of sort of. I don't know, who knows? I've never seen you on my streams before, so that was kind of interesting, Dr. Wright.
I saw
Um,
Pope Fire's message because I've been talking to her a little bit about different topics, and then I saw that and I was like, hey, what is that? I went to check it out. Decided why not, right?
mm.
Hopefully she's not angry with me for popping in here.
Well, no, I mean, the more the merrier. People are always welcome. We try to keep a laid back environment. We try to keep it real relaxed and easy going. That's Benny and I's trademark.
Chill,
Oh,
chill.
there you go. Trusty Sidekick says, "What is the address for submitting samples?" See, hold on. It is indicron@gmail.com. Let me go ahead and copy that. First of all, it's not my site, Dr. Wright. Do you mind if I put it in the chat, or do you want to put it in the chat yourself?
No, you can go ahead and do it. That's fine.
Okay,
This is you know,
I'm
it's
just
your
making
buffet,
sure.
man. It's your dinner
Oh,
table.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
eating.
I do not overstep my boundaries with my guests either. Uh,
We got a little.
because some people don't want to be flooded.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little trusty sidekick up on my screen right now.
Oh yeah, let me so y'all can see, so the audience can see as well. For those of you that weren't here yesterday, that is something that Trusty Sidekick did. I think his line work is pretty phenomenal, and
That is really good.
yeah, and he's the
Queen.
one. He's the one asking for the email address for submitting samples. So I put it out in the chat,
Yeah,
and
man. Send
if
it in.
there you go. People see. I mean, this is what it's all about for me. If I can help an artist and a writer or anybody in the community, to realize the dreams or to get a project going, man, that's an amazing day for me. I don't.
Well, you know, I mean, Ethan's banging the war drum again for Comicsgate. It's coming. You know, the tax breaks are coming. Everybody's going to throw out their money. Everybody's going to put out their comic books at one time. So if you got an idea, you need to get 2 or 3 pages and knock it out, man, because all you need is a promotion right now.
Mm-hmm. How about that's a whole different one of wax in itself. Like Good Dog Press, and I don't know if you've heard about the project that Good Dog Press and John Dillard and the company are working.
The horror thing, right?
Yeah, the Tales from Beyond the Gate.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let Manny explain it. He knows it more than I do. But that's basically the Indiegogo goes live in February 14th. I found out yesterday too, for sure. And it's basically a collaboration between a whole bunch of, it's an anthology. And a whole bunch of artists and writers got together to put the book out so they can get a little bit of exposure. And so that's coming out soon. And all those people, they either have lead-on projects, you know, that you're using this to springboard off of, or they're actually drawing for the first time and just want to get their art out there, you know, to see if people, you know, embrace them.
Yeah, it's a fantastic idea.
You know, so look out for that project as well and see if anybody
They wanted to. Chester actually invited me. He wanted to get me in touch with everybody to try and get a part of that, but I just didn't have time with IndieCron. I work a couple of jobs, you know. So,
hey, would you guys like me to share my screen to show you some of the sequentials I got? Or
hey, Vincent, whenever you're ready, let me know and I'll put it on you, brother.
All right, go ahead. I got
Let me see what you got. As soon as I see some art, I will white box you so people can see. Right now, I just still see your icon. So
what do I need to click on share screen, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. I'll share my.
He lied to you, Raven.
All right.
He says that to all the girls.
Hey, Eddie Brock, how you doing? Okay, so I do read the chats, and Vincent is sharing, so I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, okay. So he's got some sequential art. There you go. Could you click on the other side and kind of minimize us a little bit? There you go, buddy. All right.
Okay, this was for. I did this at the beginning, I think, of last year. Can you guys see that? Okay.
Can you blow it up just as I can see it great on the. Yeah, there you go.
See, this was Gilgamesh. The story of Gilgamesh that got printed.
Hero, right? Was it not? I want to say Mesopotamian, but I don't think that's it.
Yeah, I think
it's an old story.
Yeah, and it was a 6-page short backstory at the end of the comic. It was an interesting series because each book was done by a different artist, and a different cover artist. I did one of the covers. Actually, let me show you. Let me see if I got the covers here later. Okay. All right, I'll show you the cover from start to finish. Can you guys see that? The pencils?
See the blue line. It's a lot of blue line work, so it's going to be a little bit hard to see. So.
Oh, you guys need me to zoom in real close?
No, you can zoom out a little bit.
You can also adjust. You can also adjust the color, I think.
Because right now we got your blue lines, and the blue lines are really hard to see on. Well, actually, on the.
That's pretty good. Is this the thumbnail?
No, this is the actual. It's on the page. If you can see, you guys see the outline of the page boundaries.
Yeah, I see the bleed and everything.
Hold on a second. So there's the inks. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, that's nice line work.
Thanks. I'll zoom in a little more. You guys want to see that? And I got a lot of soldiers I had to draw back there. And
there we go. That looks good, man.
Thanks. And then the next step, I cleaned up. There's no blue line there. Took the blue line. This is all drawn digitally, by the way. It's not. I don't draw on paper and later scan in. I stopped doing that back in like 2005 or so. And I went straight digital. So everything I draw is directly on the tablet.
Right.
So and then this is a thumbnail for an alternative cover, which is the two giants in the background fighting and Samson in the foreground, because that's what the story was about. Let me see. There's another alternative thumbnail I did. Another piece. Okay, here it is in color. I'll zoom in so you guys can get a. Okay. Can you see it?
Man, that is some decent work there, man.
There's a lot.
Now, can you rotate it?
Which direction?
Like, just make it upside down?
Upside down?
Yes.
Hold on a second. Oh, dang it. Okay.
Yes. It looks good upside down. Yes. Sorry, it's just I watch a lot of live streams about people showcasing their art, and they keep it right side up every time. And I always just wondered, what if they just turn it upside down when they're talking, just once in a while, I don't know.
Blond did that yesterday.
Here's the flats that I did. I don't normally do flats, but I've decided to try it this time.
Yeah.
Just because I've never done it before this. I figured, well, maybe it'll help save some time. I did, and it was pretty good. It did work out well. Let me see if there's one. I think this was the final. There's the cover. Child of the Sun.
With a V?
Well, I guess it's using some kind of old text or something, or supposedly.
SVN. Yeah, I'm going to use that as a title. South versus North, or
yeah,
Stingers versus Neanderthals. Yeah, gonna go with that.
Go.
Like alien bees or something attack like Neanderthals or something in prehistoric times. That'd be awesome.
I feel like this needs like a Dragon Force soundtrack or something.
Let me see. Let's see what else I got here. In Gilgamesh, let me see. Here's another page. Obviously, he's a giant.
Are we boring somebody? Are they?
Yeah, is anybody bored out there? I mean, if you want to jump on to something else, I'll be more than happy to.
Come on, man. Get a coffee. Do some jumping jacks or something. Come on, man.
It's good artwork, man. It's one of the reasons we invited you, was just you can showcase some of your art, man, and talk about your process and enjoy a nice relaxed live stream with myself, Manny, and whatever, just to chill out.
Absolutely.
And don't worry about it. I talk enough for everybody. If it starts getting too boring, I'll take it in. But right now, I'm just enjoying the artwork and whatnot, man. And we're having a good time. I think everybody's having a good time.
I wanted to ask Vince something.
Yeah.
So, you were talking about how the directions of the scripter or something, or the person who's let me see, something's going on with my. Should just share it. It's taking a bit. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's not responding. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
What was that?
It's taking a bit.
Oh, that was Blond. Manny, people want to know what you're working on.
What I'm working on right now, I'm just coloring a Pope fire.
You're coloring a Pope fire?
I think it's being stupid. Okay, now it started.
Or the doves, flying around, and
So what this is from Dana. Dana did the artwork, and I'm just coloring it now. The middle piece.
Nice.
All right, I'm back.
That's what I'm doing right now. These will be the special guests in my video that I'll be putting up tonight.
That is a sultry Pope.
That is beautiful.
Indeed.
Yeah, I do like it.
So that's so there you go, Joshua Hughes. Now you know exactly Oh, K Balan has joined the call twice, so hopefully there's no double echo. But
Let's test that.
okay, no, you're out. You're back to one. You are back to one.
Okay. So I wanted to show this to Vince. This is kind of like this rough draft sketches of you talk about the lines or the arrows pointing where everything's supposed to go or whatever. This is for this 10-page story. I'm gonna have another artist commission.
That's some nice work, man.
Yeah, but basically it's like I want to make sure it's like it's quick and easy. And the thing with this script is I'm only using 5 panels for every page.
Mm.
Like a little challenge for me.
Yeah.
I'm also making sure to keep the odd page numbers in check. Because it's like this page, this one right here is supposed to present the hero. Well, he's not really the hero of the story. He's kind of like well, I mean, he's an average Joe. He's supposed to basically just he just wants to get paid and basically just live out the rest of his life on his war-torn planet or whatever, stuff like that. But is this kind of like if I present the artist with a script along with this, would this help speed the process of doing sequentials?
It all depends on the artist.
Okay.
Some artists work a certain way. I mean, it could. I can't say why not.
Okay.
But the best thing is to, I mean, especially if you work with an artist on a regular basis, then you both learn your workflow, how things would work out best. But it's better to ask them, hey, what is it that you need from my side for you to, be more efficient with your process and things like that, or how you're going to work more comfortably. Do you need these kind of things from me, or these kind of details, or etc.
Right.
That's the best thing you could do overall.
Okay, I'll probably add notes or something.
Yeah, notes could work.
It just all depends on the artist.
Has his own method,
the language barrier, if there is one. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of artists right now are coming out of like South America, Philippines, Indonesia, even Greece.
Yeah.
And their grasp of English is not as nuanced.
Mm-hmm.
So when you try to say, like you say something, I want something on the sinister line, and they're like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you show it to them, and they still do it wrong, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, that could make things pretty tough. I hear you.
I've given 3-page descriptions of a single panel, and still have like very glaring omitted details that were very clearly descripted, but you just got to bring it up to them and be like, hey, what about this? Usually they know that they're professionals. They'll work with you. It takes time. The only problem is that, especially if you're working like through email or something like that, just the correspondence takes a while.
Yeah.
So
I guess, just you got to try to maybe get things down in thumbnails to see if they understood what you gave them. Thumbnails is usually the best way to go, obviously, and at least in my experience. You can save yourself a lot of headaches. And
I think you should always do a thumbnail, like Sidekick is saying, to at the very least make sure that the action can actually happen in that panel.
Mm-hmm. That way, you guys can see ahead of time what's taking place, at least on the artist side, in case you got to make any corrections, things like that. So, let me see if I can get you guys another. This is from another book that I did back in, I think it was 2013, and it was an interesting story. But the guys were paying me $50 a page, and I figured, I like the story a lot. I was actually going to turn it down, but when I started reading the script, I was getting intrigued by it, so I jumped on it. The thing is, they started running out of funds, and then they had to work and regather the funds. And I wanted to be focused on the project, as much as possible. But waiting in between periods where they can pay me just was a little, disheartening. So I regretfully had to tell them, look, I have to get off the project and continue, because I would also have work for me. That's another thing. If I want to get into a project like a comic book, it would have to be something worth my time, so I can, if I get work from storyboards and I need to turn it away, it'd have to be worthwhile. You see, it's a whole juggling act, really. Here, let me bring up a page. I didn't feel very. I was a little bit rusty on this work, and basically it's a guy. Everything's catching fire. There's a guy driving his truck, hurrying, and all of a sudden this demon jumps on the back of his truck, and I don't know if you can see this had more of a storyboard feel to it, and I couldn't help it, really. In some places I get a little more detail, like in this panel. Can you guys see this one?
Mm-hmm.
Where the demon's coming in, he breaks in, and then here it got a little bit better, I think, anyway. The demon's there trying to break through his window on his truck.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is pretty good because it even without the text bubbles, you can tell that there's a story being told. There's emotion on the faces and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's actually looking. I mean, that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
You want the story to be told through the art as well as the text. Don't tell that to the writers though.
Yeah. That's what comic book artists, and especially beginners, need to take note of. Those aspects, because it's very important to the comic book. Here's a scene that I tried to experiment with, which has had no panel outline. It's just a flow of images, which basically, you can see the demon here jumping on the hood, breaks through the window, through the what do you call it, the
Windshield.
The windshield, thank you. And this guy shoves a shotgun in his mouth and blows his head off or whatever. He falls off the truck. And then I felt this panel was a lot better, a lot tighter than the previous. And then this one got much better. And I added some gray shades to it and stuff like that. Here you see the forest and the fire. But I would like my work to be consistent when I do it. And back then, I was looking back at the earlier pages and saying, wow, it's just progressing. It's getting better for me. And I wanted to go back and maybe update the panels a little, but I had to keep going. So that could be a little bit of a dilemma for me.
That's difficult to do.
Yeah. I just wish my style would be established where I know what I'm going to do with style and the detail. But it's happened to me in a lot of books. I get better as I go throughout the pages. That's not good.
Well, are you getting better, or are you adding on to the skills you already have?
The skill is improving. It's
Okay.
basically when I start off a bit rusty, or let's say, not as tight as the later pages come about.
So it's like working out.
Yeah. Excellent way to put it. You see? And like that going back to the Gilgamesh, the last panel, there was the later panels were, let me show you this one. See, like this one to me were much better than the previous ones. And then this one, a lot more. I put a lot more detail. I was able to get a lot better control as I went on, but it's happening page per page. Hey? And then this last one, I think, was maybe the tightest one, even though it had less detail. Well, whatever. Anyway, so am I boring you guys yet?
Not yet, man. No, but we're good.
Not yet.
I don't want to.
No, it's fine. Nah, I mean, it's you're showing the art. Where you're talking about your story. It's all good, man. Um, some people that just not. Your artwork speaks for you. You know.
Thanks. Thanks.
So you can't be mad at that. Some of us are more vociferous, and that's my forte. That's my thing. I talk and I make things happen, and we move forward with the stream and whatnot. No,
Yeah.
but your artwork is amazing. I am so glad we got a chance to meet you.
Thanks. Likewise. But it's a
You
pleasure
know,
being here with you guys. You guys want me to go through some other images, or what?
we're fine.
Talk about? Okay.
We
I was
good.
kind of wondering about a request that you could do. I think someone asked you earlier for it, and she's gone now.
What was that?
Oh, Pope Fire was requesting Vince to draw a Starfire.
No, don't do
Starfire?
it. Don't do it.
No.
Don't you understand? That's her secret power. Everyone who draws Starfire
Yeah, she does get everybody.
leaves their soul in that picture,
Exactly.
Nah.
Don't
and then
do it.
she buys it and she just eats it and just.
But hey, man, she'll buy it.
Yeah, that is one thing.
Your
Vince,
soul. You don't want to do that. Come on.
I don't know about all that soul crap, but if you draw a Starfire, Boatfire will definitely buy the commission.
Yeah,
And
man. She's like,
so that
furry porn,
does
dude.
happen.
Huh?
But that's up to you, man. If you feel like you can draw,
Oh, you want me to draw now?
if you want to draw digitally and share what you process, who am I to stop you from doing that?
Which
Well, I
means
can try to
yes.
do something fast here for you guys. Maybe I can.
And if you want to do a little Starfire, that's awesome. It's like a tradition. She gets everybody to draw a Starfire.
Well,
So-
we
She's
must
still in the
draw-
room because that might make her mad if she she left and you do it now.
Yeah, she had I think she has a show to do as well.
wouldn't like the Pope Fire angry.
But
Dun 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 dun.
and if you want to do that, that's good.
So does
And it
Raven buy pictures of Raven? Is that how this works? I mean,
Do a
Well,
Raven.
I would do a Starfire first.
Trusty Sidekick says so. Popefire will buy drawings of Starfire. Very interesting. Trusty, just get a hold of her. If you draw it and you post it on Twitter or whatever, and she sees it and she likes it, she has a collection. And actually, she's very good about that. She's really good about that.
I mean, I don't know if she can text me message me through Facebook or something. I usually hang out more on Facebook than I do any other place.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of you. And we'll let you know. She'll definitely get a hold of you. Trust me. You're on the FanSpeak as well, right? So she'll just post it on FanSpeak, and she will definitely find you.
All right. If not, get her in touch with me. Facebook is probably the only the social media I've used most throughout this time, because I like the interaction with the people.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, I have an Instagram account and a Twitter, and see if I can finally put those things to use. Maybe spread out a little bit more. Yeah, if she would like me to draw something, I'll be more than happy to. That'd be great.
I can talk to her right now and see if she would.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. I'm a message her on Twitter and ask her, hey, Vince is gonna draw a Vincent Starfire. Do you have any requests or anything like that? In the meantime, and in between time, my partner, Manny, the Hawaiian Tsunami, Korea, is diligently working. What's going on, buddy? When are we gonna see this secret project? Are you posting a video? Is
Yeah,
that what you're gonna do?
post the video whenever I get done. But I'm
Oh,
just
whenever you.
I'm trying to do the supporting characters that's going to be at the end of the video. So the video is done. I just gonna put on these extra stuff at the end. That's it.
Nice.
So you guys gotta wait to the end to see the punchline.
Yeah, so we gotta wait till you release the video, huh?
Yeah, because it's not gonna be done now. I mean, it's
Okay, okay,
too
gotcha.
much work. There's too much work. I mean, I still gotta color the Pope Fire. Still gotta color in the Pope Raven. Yeah.
Well, that profile that you're doing is coming out pretty amazing. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I didn't do the artwork. I'm just coloring it.
I know. I bet you. Hey, you make any artwork look good when you color it. I'm a testament. I'm a testament. My little logo look bland and terrible, and you know, very amateurish till Manny put some Manny-licious colors in it, and then made them look spiffy. And now I'm happy because now I got a nice little icon thanks to Manny-licious.
Well, it was cute. I mean, the time that I just jumped on the stream with you and you're like, "Oh, I gotta color this. I don't know how to color this." I'm like, "Just send it to me."
Well, you know, I got that whole I'm colorblind thing.
Right.
that kind of messes with my whole lifestyle.
That seems like it would be a problem for coloring.
Yeah, it messes with my lifestyle just a tad bit, just a tad bit. You know, I mean, I've colored things before, but mostly using the color picker. Like, okay, I'm drawing this, and this is the colors. Okay, let me use the color picker, and hey, what do you know? It kind of looks like what it's supposed to look like. But I make no promises half the time. I make no promises. You know, we're hoping we were hoping Dinah could come on. She's the one that drew it, and it would be nice to have chatted with her for a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be
You
great.
know, but yeah, man, life is beautiful.
You know,
Vince's gonna draw a Pope
since you
Fire.
mentioned that you're colorblind, I had a an artist friend a few years ago uh, that I worked with for a short time in a company there, and he was colorblind, and he was always struggling to do color. And I'm like, why do you struggle so much to do color? Why don't you take advantage of just black and white and concentrate on that and really go with it, go crazy, you know?
Yeah. I mostly just do that. Just I don't do much of anything else. I'm a hobbyist. I'm not like an artist. I'm more like an amateur dude. I just like drawing, you know, and I like live streaming. And I figured, hey, why not combine two hobbies together? And then I ran into this community, and I was like, man, this is awesome. And you know, the story, the legend of E Ortiz grows, one day at a time, one video at a time.
That's good.
You know, and but I'm in the process of moving, so all my stuff is packed, and I'm kind of sad because now every time I see like Manny and a new guy come in and draw and whatever, then I feel like, man, I could be drawing along with them, you know, and picking their brains and getting advice and figuring out what kind of tools they use, what brushes they use, little stuff. Because I have digital equipment and I draw manual, traditional as well. I actually trying to learn how to draw digital right now because it's like so much easier. Um,
It's so much more efficient. I mean, my speed
That's-
has increased tenfold because, I work digitally. But my vision also is crapping out on me. So, doing traditional is a real mess. Even though I can still do it, but it's not like before. At least with digital, we can zoom in and out, and
yeah, that
Do
helps.
fun stuff like this.
yeah, man, especially. Absolutely. Digital for me, well, it's the way to go. When you finish your work, it's already ready to be sent, and you don't have to be scanning. And when you scan, you lose, and you have to clean up or bump it up, and
Yeah.
have
What I
a
like about digital is well, I used to be a draftsman, so I used to work with AutoCAD. And the thing that I like about digital is the layers. Layers help out a lot.
Mhm.
So if you make a mistake, as long as you're not on that layer, life is beautiful.
Oh,
Life is beautiful. And when like when I do try to color stuff and I'm using the color pickers, that goes on a whole separate layer, like way away from everything else. Just in case. just in case, because you never know. You never know what's going on.
Absolutely.
You know. So Vincent is going to draw Starfire. I have got no replies on anything on that front. Dan Anderson has dropped by. I don't know if you'll know Dan Anderson. He's a pretty good guy. He has his own YouTube channel. He plays guitar in the mornings. It's pretty amazing. He keeps me awake at work. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. So, Dr. Wright,
Somebody's toilet.
say again.
Somebody's was flushing. It sounded like.
Hmm. Yeah. So, Dr. Wright, you said you have stories. Do you what are you guys putting out, or what's your project that's in the stokes in the fire?
Well, right now we have about 2 to 3 books apiece. I have one book tentatively called Trans. It's after a generation of birthing mostly boys, Holy Witch's Coven has decided to turn their sons into daughters. Desperate to stop them, the single daughter of the generation, Faith, ruins the ritual, steals a necessary item, and makes a run for it. Injured and unable to escape, she uses a forbidden magic to summon the huntsman. But will his price be too high?
Okay, it almost sounded like that episode of the Orville, but then you included magic to it, so I think you're fine.
That's good to know.
Because well, this one alien race is all male, and whenever they find a female, they have to switch it to a male gender.
Mm.
I,
Here's the thing.
I wrote the idea about 4 or 5 months ago. So
No, it's fine. As long as your aliens aren't called the Mocklins, then you're pretty much okay.
no, the Holy Oak Witch's Coven. So
Got it. So what other ideas do you got? So I can cross-check them?
the other thing is it's called Night Dog. Evan's body has become the vessel for a horrific creature from a parallel dimension. Dark and shadow feed the beast, making it stronger, but at the cost of his own mother's life. Now he has to seek out those who cursed him and break the curse, or he ends up as their slave, the Night Dog.
Okay, so it's almost like Full Metal Alchemist, except it's a curse and not two brothers messing around playing God. So I think you're good with that one.
Excellent.
Wait, is there a talking suit of armor?
No.
Is there a character called Scar who isn't a lion, but he's actually the last of his kind that's going on a kind of a killing spree to avenge his people?
No, I've seen and read actually Full Metal Alchemist, but no.
Which is better?
Which is better?
Brotherhood or the TV version?
Oh, I like Brotherhood better.
That's the right answer.
Okay, that's the only one I got.
What's the other one?
The other one that I have is it's more in the beginning stages. It's called The Timeless King, and it's kind of a take on King Arthur. I've always liked Arthurian legend and that sort of thing, but it's a different take. It's a black guy that served in the Pacific Theater, comes back, and he's actually the host for basically the soul of the Pendragon, which is it just kind of inhabits a different person every generation. And this is who it's inhabited. And the weapon, the Excalibur, is not actually a sword. It's kind of a blessing. He basically can use any weapon, including his own hands, hand-to-hand combat, with like the greatest expertise. So he's like Taskmaster, but with weapons.
Is there a character in it called Macbeth?
No.
Does he kind of sound like? Is there any character that sounds like Sean Connery?
No.
All right.
Okay, then you're probably good.
All right.
I watch a lot of TV for ideas, and I just kind of leave it on. It's like a bad movie or something, and I'm just like, you know what? I could do a better story with this than I'm actually watching. Just like The Room, worst movie ever made. Oh, hi, Mark.
What's the one with Brie Larson that's kind of a simple name like that? where it's like her and this little girl.
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Nobody?
About
Nobody?
what? About what again?
It's just called Room, not The Room, just Room. With Brie Larson.
I think it. The Room?
No, it's just Room.
Room. So it's not like the Green Room.
No,
You ever seen the Green Room?
doesn't sound familiar.
Well, it's basically this band does this whole like they take this gig or whatever, and then what happens is it's like it turns out there's actually drug dealers or something that they accidentally cross because in the green in the green room is actually there's a hatch in the green room that goes right to their drug supply, so they wanted to get them all out of there, but that didn't happen, and then horrible stuff starts happening.
That's what's his name from Star Trek? John Luke.
Oh, yeah. Patrick Stewart was in that.
Right.
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
Right. He's the leader of the, or at least the guy in charge there. I thought it was a pretty good flick. It had a nice little story to it. I was hoping it would get a little darker than what it got, but I even forgot what it was that they would do to people when once you were there, you couldn't leave. And I already forgot the whole thing. Well, my memory's not too good lately anyway.
Vincent, may I ask for anatomy? What is the size portion that you use? Is it heads or what's the other one?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't use any of that. It's
you
all
don't?
by eye.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You see me drawing now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just drawing away. I haven't blocked in a whole lot, as you can see.
Yeah.
If you want me to draw anatomy, like it's, I just do this, draw the neck,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you just a rough layout. I just by eye I can already measure out more or less the.
That's impressive.
See, down to the feet, and that's it. So you got your arms. Heads is a good way to do it if you want to.
So how do you keep perspective and everything?
What?
How do you keep perspective and everything?
By eye. It's all by eye. And another thing I should mention, I'm self-taught. I've never learned school.
Okay.
I just would sit down and pore over comics, art books, and practice. A lot of practice.
Okay.
So,
I mean, that's pretty ridiculous talent. I'm not an artist, but I have seen a lot of the kind of measurements that people use. Usually the technicality and the practice, and then with it comes that kind of art. So for you to just have it seems to be that you have a tremendous amount of pure talent.
Thank you. I I guess it's what maybe we can call it, but it's just I guess my thing is that I'm a bit of a perfectionist, but I also would try to shoot for being as quick as I could. And the reason I went that was because I grew up loving Jack Kirby's work, and I would always read about how fast he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I would see it in his lines. And at first, I would, block in things and try to measure out, but I had no patience for it. So I tried to keep practicing, but I would, I draw an arm like this, and then, do the hand, right? And I mark this, and then I draw part of the arm here, then the shoulder, and then I'd add to it. I would start adding muscles, but nowadays I can sometimes even just go straight inks without even pencils. I can, like I'll draw an eye. I don't know if you guys can see that very well.
It's showing up pretty good.
Yeah. And right here, I'll know pretty much where the nose will go. You know. This is very fast. I mean, I'm not, but you see how it pretty much falls into place like that, and you got the face already. Yeah, I guess when you study it, see, I didn't block anything in, and there you have your face. It gets to a point where you pretty much can project what you want to see onto the paper with your mind, and we call it, and you just kind of trace over it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sternum, that was the other measurement. Head or sternum. Jean-Luc swears by sternum.
Huh?
Jean-Luc Mazel, the other person, he's really the leader of Indicron right now. And then me and Pixel. But Jean-Luc draws a lot. He's doing his own comic books at the moment, and he's actually working on some others as well. He's trying to be basically like Kirby was, like the house style.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Kirby. But I mean, is he using Kirby style or
no, he's using more of a Bisley style.
Okay. Very cool, man.
Yeah, he's really good. You should definitely talk to him. You should reach out, dude. Talk to him, send him some art. You know, you guys should follow him on Twitter. Are you on Twitter?
I have a Twitter account, yeah.
You need to.
You know, like I said, I'm gonna try to get on that this year.
Can you, Manny? Can he put it up, or if he puts it up in the Google chat, can you put it out for him so people can join him?
What was that?
I was saying if Vincent puts his Twitter in the Hangouts, can we link it into the room so people can join him?
Sure.
I mean, you know. But anyways, yeah, you should reach out to Jean-Luc Mazel and talk to us in Indicron, man. You got some talent here. I'd really love to work with you.
Yeah, man. Sure, absolutely.
We want to help people make it. You know, we want to make it easier, man, for people to make their comic book dreams come true. Whether you be an artist, a writer, an editor, you want to just do covers, whatever you want to do. We want to try and find a place for you, in Comicsgate. So
yeah, well, like I said before, my thing right now would be to do covers. I love doing that, even though a lot of what I post is a lot of pinups. People seem to like that a lot. That's what a lot of what I do. I try to do more comic book cover oriented type pieces, and they don't seem to get a lot of attention. But if I had access to a comic book community, maybe that would work a little better. But right now, drawing girls and the hair and stuff like that, the people love that. And so that's usually what I dedicate myself to, is the pinups. I love drawing pinups, but I could do covers is what I would love to do.
Yeah, well, now you have been introduced to a comic book community because like I said, Good Dog is he's doing his thing with the Tales from Beyond the Gate, and you got Dr. Wright with John Luke and all those wonderful peoples. So and of course my stream is always open. Anytime you want to come and draw and chill and hang out, you're always welcome. And it that's what we do here, man. And of course, you got Good Dog Press, who also streams pretty much nightly around 10 p.m. EST, or I think like 4 o'clock his time or some crazy junk like that. He's a little too late for me because old people, we don't stay up late like that. But yeah.
Well, my Twitter is very easy. It's Vince Rodriguez. That's all it is.
Those are it. Let me see if I can find you.
I'll post it here.
Vince
Do I have
Rodriguez.
to have an at or something before it, or
Yeah, I'll find you.
oh, here you go.
Vince Rodriguez. Oh, there's a couple of Vince Rodriguez's.
Vince
What's
Rodriguez 4 and 2.
Yeah,
is your
that's
logo the same one
probably.
from Facebook?
I don't know. I just wonder if I posted my vignette, of the little Frankenstein vignette that I use in Facebook.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm looking for to see if you still got that same logo because there is a gazillion Vince Rodriguez's.
Are you
yeah,
looking for his profile pic?
yeah. I don't even remember if I even loaded a profile pic to that thing.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
No,
I'll
no.
tell you what, man. When you let us know, we'll let you know. Just hit me up on Facebook and I'll put it on my Twitter and blast you out.
Found
Um,
it.
You
okay, he
found it?
found.
Good. Well, tell me where it's at. 'Cause even I don't know.
Are you talking about your like regular Facebook page?
No, I found his Facebook already.
No, Facebook is easy.
Yeah, we got his Facebook already.
So what are
But
you exactly looking for?
I was looking for his Twitter. I guess that's what y'all wanted.
Oh, sorry, I don't use Twitter ever.
Same
All
here.
right,
Same here.
there
That's
you
all.
go. So there you go. There you go. But you want to put his Facebook? That's fine too. Because I already had his Facebook, but we can do that. Here we go. Right click, copy link address. Boom. And go to my chat and copy and paste and right click and paste and enter. And there you go. Vince Rodriguez's Facebook page. I thought y'all were talking about his Twitter this whole time. I was like, okay.
That's what I
So
thought.
there you go. And if you got Vince thinking you were talking about his Twitter, hey, what do you expect? Model 316 is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Please drop a like. It would be greatly appreciated. And that was I have White Box Manny incognito because I've been looking at his work. He's doing some beautiful stuff. And on top of that, Vince put your work on top of his work. So I was like, well, let's just White Box Manny.
Yeah,
We're going back to Vincent now. Vincento. Let's see what he's doing.
Back up out of these inks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty amazing, man. Yeah, Vince. Like anytime you want to come on, just let us know. Maybe get with Good Dog Press. He enjoys having people on. No Twitter. Proof that Vince is smarter than most people, says Trusty Sidekick. It definitely a day to Sunday. I think Manny is falling asleep in his computer chair. Oh, I'm sorry, Manny. Am I boring everybody? Did the show turn boring? Oh no. No, don't not that.
She's being mean.
I know. Unbreathable Skirt Girl is picking on me, man. Or is she picking on you? Or both of us.
She's picking on me.
man, Vince, I'm just looking at your art and I gotta think about what I want you to do a cover for my project for. I'm trying to think, what could it be?
You let me know.
Yeah, I'll have to do some thinking after all the short stories are done. Like I said, I'm agreed to that price that you mentioned. And I'll give you enough time on it because I still got a lot of other stuff to deal with. The Starfight is going great.
Thanks.
Yep. As a matter of fact, let me highlight Mr. Vincent Rodriguez. I'm picking on Good Dog as always.
He's doing a Starfire, but I'm doing what the chat wants.
What does the chat want?
They want a Hail Raven, right?
They want a Hell Raven. Let me see what you got going on.
I know what you think on that.
Yeah, the chat's been pretty steady, in and out. 11 people, steady flow. It's not been a bad little chat.
I bet guarantee you we got Joshua and Raven out there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we got
Yo,
Lorenzo. We know that's all part of Raven.
And we always have the unbreathable skunk girl. She has not all caps anything this evening, so we are doing well.
Yeah.
The minute she all caps something, that's when we have issues. That's when things go sideways.
Oh,
But everything, but it's all good, man. So, Vincent, now that you've been properly introduced to some people within this community, as I like to call it, the independent artist community, I try to keep everything pretty simple. you know, and you've met Dr. Wright and things like that. What do you think? You think you might be working with some of these wonderful young people in the future?
That's a good possibility. It would all depend on my scheduling, but because I have clients within the commercial art, but I mean if the scheduling that they give me is workable, I can probably uh, jump in with you guys, and
Nice.
I guess that can be worked out.
Awesome,
So
awesome, man. We love talent, man. We love talent. Can't get mad at it. What software, what program are you using to for your drawing, for your digital art?
this is Manga 5, which is now
Okay.
called Clip Art
Clip
Studio.
Studio. Yep, that's
Uh,
what I have.
so yeah, I mean, I used to use Photoshop, but when I found out, I hated inking in Photoshop. I couldn't stand it. But when I found this, everything changed, man, because the brushes respond so beautifully. It's the way I've always wanted them to respond, especially when you make a fast brush stroke,
Hmm.
you know, um, it responds right on the money. But Photoshop, if I do a stroke like this, right,
Hmm.
Photoshop would start getting choppy and
Yeah.
have a little bit of a delay sometimes. So
It's kind of amazing how Manga Studio or Clip Studio is such a powerful software, but it stays pretty fluid and fluent. It doesn't get crazy. I tried drawing on Photoshop. I couldn't do it. There's people that swear by it though. They love it. But
It's cheap.
whatever tool works for you, that's fine. I just Photoshop I use though for my painterly stuff, like the
right.
Columbo you saw and all those other color images.
Hmm.
But if it's gonna be an inked style comic book drawing, um, this for me is the best way.
I mean, this was designed to make comics, and mind you, has something about you had made a comment. What was cheap, the Clip Studio or the Photoshop?
Clip Studio is cheap, dude. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it is
I
cheap.
bought it once. I bought it 2 years ago. It only
Hmm.
cost me like $60. I mean, my Photoshop is costing me $10 a month.
I know,
I mean,
and that's the thing about that subscription-based Photoshop. People don't realize, man, it adds up. By the time you do the mathematics, you can get Clip Studio on sale for 50 or $60, download it, and never have to worry about that subscription.
Yeah,
Continuously come out of your doggone wallet. Because like if you're like me, I'm mostly a hobbyist. I don't really get the value of Photoshop,
mhm.
because I don't use it as much. I'm not using it every day, or I'm not drawing anything big or doing any graphics or doing anything intensive or photo editing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just not bang for my buck. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not something that I'm using.
I prefer to have the software in my system. I don't. That whole idea of using it online was never a good deal for me
Yeah.
because of the same reasons you mentioned. And
Mhm.
you know, if you don't have access to the web, you're pretty much screwed, really. Because if you have to work from home and you're using that, and you don't have the software in your system, you really can't do a whole lot, right?
Not a whole lot. I don't know, Joshua Hughes. I don't know if you saw the Pope Raven before she left, but Manny is going to post a video with all those wonderful drawings. So stay tuned and check the Good Dog Press channel out to see what's going on there. Yeah, no, it depends. Like I said, I mean, a subscription based. At first, it was okay, and then after a year, I could have bought two or three manga studios or clip studio, as I like to call it, as it's called now. You
I
could have
bought
bought it twice over, or you could have bought the EX version, which gives you everything. And why not have everything for one time fee as opposed to continuously paying every month? I don't know, but some like I said, every person has preference. They have a style, and they have comfort. They have their comfort. Like I'm comfortable with this because I learned it. A lot of people say that about Photoshop. They're like, I learned how to draw in Photoshop. I know all the commands on Photoshop. I'm not moving away from Photoshop. And some people are like, manga is the easier of the two, which I think it is. Because for me, it's easier to use. It's been easier to use, way easier to use than Photoshop. I was like, man, I can't figure this out. I'm spending more time on Photoshop figuring out how to draw on Photoshop than actually drawing, and that's not good, you know. But
Photoshop, so I'm very familiar. It's the transition from Photoshop to this was easy because it's very similar to Photoshop in many aspects.
And that's what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people say the same thing, that if you know Photoshop, it's just the learning curve is not that steep.
No, it's not that bad. It all depends on, but it's Photoshop is actually it's a photo retouch program or photo manipulation. It's not really for drawing. It's the artists who have made it into a drawing program. And I always used to think, why don't these people turn it into more of an artist type program and actually even include animation with it?
Yeah, and you know that Clip Studio does that as well. At least the version I have has animation in it. So it's all around package for me. I mean, I don't do animation, but I like if I need it, it's there.
Yeah. And hey, since we're talking about it, well, there was a version of Clip Studio that came out after I already had manga, which was only $25. And I when I bought it, the thing is that it had glitches, so I put that one on the back burner, and I use it from time to time. I had to get an update.
Right.
For those who want an even cheaper program that just came out, it's only at $19. It's called Paint Storm, and it's just like manga. The only thing I noticed is, you can download it for trial, but it's only $19. You can't beat it. It has a bunch of really nice brushes and effects, and the ink brush is like manga. The other thing, it drags a little bit. I don't know if that's because it's a fairly new piece of software, but I tried it out, and it goes a little bit. The response sometimes is a little slower than manga. That's the only thing I can say about it.
But that's also hardware. Computers with that are optimized for art and whatever usually will make most of those programs respond accordingly. It's equipment. I mean, the equipment doesn't make the artist, but the equipment sure can make the artist's life easy. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
That's very reminiscent of like an older style.
Yeah, I'm very retro in my styling. I do it on purpose because that's what I enjoy doing.
Like that looks like a Jim Starlin kind of style right there.
Yeah, you may get hints of the old style comic book artist. That's what I grew up with. I never wanted to follow up on the new styles. I never got into it.
Didn't want to shingle?
Huh? You
didn't want to shingle and add pockets? Bunch of rectangular guns?
No, man. I was never into that. that all came about from anime or something, right?
Not really.
That was always.
Oh, you guys talking like Rob Liefeld or something?
Oh yeah. Oh.
So not only him, but yeah. I think it just came from like trying to fill negative space. Like people just begin to think like, no, we need to fill the page. There's got to be trees and leaves and bushes and guns and things and that. And
I always liked Kirby Crackle.
Oh yeah.
The whole because like if you look at space, it's kind of boring. It's like it needs to have that bubble effect and all that other stuff added to it. I'm going to look up some examples of Kirby Crackle, because I think it's just like space needs to just pop out at you.
Well, it's Kirby Crackle is mostly taking away that negative space, and giving something visual, something for the eye, some eye candy.
No. Just to clarify, I'm not talking about the band Kirby Crackle. I'm talking about the effect. I just want to.
It sounds like a candy bar, and I'm on a keto diet, so you're killing me.
But there's actually a musical group called Kirby Crackle. Here is what they look like.
Let me go back and. Oh wow!
They do all these like video game videos and here's some Kirby Crackle right here. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So awesome.
Yeah.
This space. doesn't need to be boring. It needs to have all this weird shapes.
His
You
work was
see.
very cosmic.
Yeah.
It was out there, man.
Not sure about this one. I think this is from the band. Sounds
That's
like
from the band. Yeah, that's not anything I've seen from Jack.
Oh, that's good. No. Oh, yes.
There
This
you
is
go.
probably Jack too.
2001. I got that book. That book is amazing.
It's crazy.
Oh, there's only one picture of it.
I've never heard of this before. Why not?
You've never heard of Kirby Crackle? You haven't read
No,
the old.
man. I've been culturally insufficient.
Oh, you have to read the old original Jack Kirby comics, man. That's the Kirby Crackle. That's that effect, man. He just
Well, I
Stan
figured it
Lee
out
and
from the context what it is, but
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
just
Jack Kirby and Stan Lee were all about visual dramatics in their
Mhm.
comics. The foreshortening had to be bigger. The action had to be bigger. You had to have
well, I
something
mean, the
in the
stories
pages.
were becoming that way too. So maybe what they wanted is they wanted the visual and the logistic or the textual to kind of be in concert.
Hmm. Oh yeah, they just did it big. They made over the top.
Go
That's what they
big or
did.
go home.
And Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, their heroes had to be 9 heads tall. And so they did a whole lot of different things. I mean, I'm not mad at them. It works for them. It worked for them. You know, worked in the past tense. R.I.P. both.
You shall never talk ill of Jack Kirby.
No, not I.
Never.
Ooh, Steve Ditko. I should probably mention Steve Ditko.
Hmm.
Yes, that's another.
That's the original crew. The original. I'm gonna go back right now while you figure that out. Excuse me.
I'll tell you though, Miller said about Kirby once, without Jack Kirby, there would not have been a comic book history to write about.
Yeah.
He is the man that set everything in motion. With Stan Lee, but Jack Kirby is the man behind all the explosion that took in comics that was
Well,
created.
he did two. I mean, he did Marvel Anti-Sea, so
I mean, you figure all the titles that and the volume of work that he produced. He produced over 80,000 pages of comic book pages.
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, and then it's his legacy. I mean, like all the Image guys loved him. They even
Oh.
dedicated tour like what was that one? Phantom Force or something? One of his comics that he hadn't come out, and they like had it colored and inked. I think.
Interesting story. Before the guys from Image broke away from Marvel, they actually went over to Jack. They called Jack Kirby up and told him what they were planning on doing, kind of like to get his blessing. And Jack was like, "Hey, you got to do what's best for you guys." And then right after that, they went ahead and broke from Marvel and created Image. I think if you look at, I think I saw it on their like on one of the videos that they made about how Image was formed. So even Image, but like you say that the guys from Image love Jack Kirby, and that goes to the point that they actually went to him and said, "Hey, we're thinking about breaking off from Marvel and doing our own thing and creeping our own independent," because Jack Kirby was there was a lot of battles between Marvel and Jack Kirby about his creations and whatnot. So that's an interesting little nugget.
Yeah, you want some Kirby Crackle?
Let's see what are you doing, Mad Dog? Oh, okay, there we go. Manny Correa with or I should say, Good Dog Press with the Kirby Crackle around the Pope Raven, and the people are going wild. The chat goes wild.
We need to bring something like that back.
But it's a matter of just doing it. But there's it is what it is. But sometimes people need to give a little nod to the old school, the people that made it all possible, man. But a lot of these people are standing on the shoulders of Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby, and they don't even know it, which is crazy, to me,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Kirby, I think, was a one-time phenomenon. I don't know if that'll ever happen again. because the style that you're looking at right there, that became his signature style, of course. But it's also, you can call it a shorthand
Mm-hmm.
to do, you know, I guess his work faster.
Yep, he
Uh,
was all about the speed.
yeah, wait, the man was inhuman. He would pump out 10 to 12 pages a day. No man can do that. I don't know of anybody that can do that, to be honest with you.
No,
That is
no, no.
insane. And you know, you look at all the titles that he worked on throughout the 60s and 70s, and even the 50s and 40s. It's mind-boggling.
Oh yeah, he did a lot of good. He did a lot of good. You know, a lot of us, old heads. We still we still remember those days. I still look for his work. At the old. Sometimes I can find something at the dollar bin.
Hmm.
That is just a Jack Kirby comic. After his Marvel days,
Hmm.
and I'll pick those up in a heartbeat just to have him, just to look at his work because he was great, man. And a lot of people said that his art style, was so unique that they say it shouldn't have worked, but it worked. Like it defied kind of like the conventional style of drawing, but yet he made it work in the comics,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. Because sometimes, it's just the uniqueness of what you do, you know, that makes that difference. And ladies and gentlemen, man, it's been a wonderful evening. But I promised my wife I would keep this to 2 hours. Started at 8. It
Yeah.
is 10:01.
Wow.
Happy wife, happy life. The Unbreathable Skunk Girl knows all about that. So does Manny.
You said it, man.
Um, I don't know if Manny wants to pick up and everybody can move on over there.
No, I'm done for the night.
You're done for the night, and but I greatly appreciate everybody for dropping by. Dr. Wright, thank you for accepting the invitation. JP4, hello. Josh, Chris Hart, you know what I'm talking about, buddy. Josh, Chris Hart. If y'all have not checked out my good friend, Mr. Josh Chris Art, I'm gonna need you to check him out. Josh Chris Art on Twitter, Instagram, and uh, his YouTube channel. He is an amazing artist as well. Right now, he's working on a project, so he's tied up, but he's got a contract with Upper Deck, and he's doing Upper Deck cards, marble. I don't know if I can say that part. I'm sorry if I couldn't, Josh. But anyway, he's doing some stuff for Upper Deck, comic book related pinups on trade cards. So we wish him the best of luck with that, and hopefully once he's done with that, we'll have him back on drawing on live stream. He is definitely a fan favorite, and we love him. And that's my good friend, and I can't wait to have him back drawing and chit chatting and doing all that good stuff. You know. But I appreciate everybody for joining. And those of you that just joined late, I apologize. But like I said, I told the wife 8 to 10. That was it for the evening. Unbreathable Scar Girl, you have a wonderful evening as well. Thank you for loaning me Good Dog Press. He is always an essential part, even though he was super quiet. But let's go ahead and look at his profile, and I can't wait to see his video.
Hopefully we up tonight.
Oh, Pope Fire is back. Hey, Pope, let me click on Vincent. Vincent, can you push your start fire out there for Pope Fire? Elric Hayuga, hello and welcome. So
It's finished. It's just done real quick, but
this is a quick one, Pope Fire, but we did this for you. I hope you see it, and I hope you enjoy it. So, yep, she's liking it. We told Vincent, you know, back to OW. All right. I don't know what that
to life.
Yeah. So, Elric, man, I am so sorry you joined in and are cooking salmon, but I am dipping out. I made a promise, and I have to keep my promises. Otherwise, what good are you? And it's picking up. Like we got 17 people. Like I see how Manny does, 5-hour live streams now because people just keep coming in, and you're like, we should keep going and give the people. But I can't. But
Give them what they want, man.
yeah, gotta give the people what they want. They want the smooth sounds of the Ortiz coming to you from the waves of YouTube. But No, but
Smooth sounds.
yep. So without further ado, Dr. Wright, go ahead and give yourself an outro and where you can be found.
All right. You can find me at Dr. Wright is in on Twitter, and feel free to visit Indycron.com, or join at Indycron on Twitter as well. Thank you very much, and peace out, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. K Blonde.
Well, I'm still working on that project. I'll make sure once it's fully finished, and I'll give out what the name of it is. You will not be able to find me on Twitter because I don't use Twitter. I'm on Facebook and stuff. I'm always looking to connect artists to other comic book writers to get work done and to actually do the work and stuff like that, so they can get paid and whatever. But I also there's other projects going on, but I'm not going to discuss those because it's too long.
Vincent Rodriguez, my new amigo y compañero en dibujos y arte. Give yourself an outro, please.
Oh, Mr. Ortiz, I want to thank you and the rest of the guys, Dr. Wright, Cassidy, and Good Dog Press, the rest of everybody that joined us. My biggest thanks, and it's been an honor and a pleasure hanging out with you guys here. Hopefully we can do it again real soon when you guys are back up and running. I don't know if when that'll be, but because I know you got some things going on. But
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
I hope to get in touch with some of you guys. Please, if you can get in touch with me as well, please do so. Feel free. But I'll definitely reach out to you.
No problem. You already know how to get a hold of me, and I will definitely let you know next time I go. And I'll keep to see if we can get you connected with Manny, because he does live streams a little bit later on around, like I said, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Usually what will happen is Josh and I will go on around 8 or 9, and then we'll roll right over into Good Dog Press, and we'll just jump on his channel and keep the party going. Speaking of keeping the party going, the Pacific Tsunami, the Hawaiian Sensation, Manuel Correa, give yourself an outro, please.
Well, thank you for having me on your show as usual. Today was kind of like I was just in the zone doing the coloring. So that's why I was kind of quiet today, trying to get this done so I can get this video up. But yeah, I'm Manny from Good Dog Press, and you can find me usually weeknights at 10 p.m. Eastern. And on Drawn and Quarter night, I'm a little bit late, but you can find me there. And on the weekends, I'm usually hanging with E because he's so nice to me. But that Pope Fire, I don't know about that Pope Fire, though. I don't know if I should be hanging with her. She's mean.
She's not mean.
Nice color work there, Manny.
Oh, thanks.
And for myself, you are on my channel. This is E. Ortiz, and I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for joining us. 15 people watching, and the people that were watching throughout. We try to bring on artists, and we try to do art. We try to do a little bit of talking. I also do some gaming, and I also do a little bit of art myself. And I do buy a lot of independent comics, and when I get them, I'll try to unbox them. I've not done reviews on any of them yet because I really haven't had time. Plus, they're already on an 18-wheeler. Yeah, so I don't have access to them. But coming soon to a theater near you, I might be doing some reviews on some of those comics. I might get somebody like maybe Dr. Wright on, who knows about writing and whatnot, and maybe an artist to just talk about and break down how the comics are.
Yeah, sure, no problem at all, man.
Just keeping it simple, not trying to bash, kill anybody, but just talk about things. Again, I thank y'all, everybody. I thank all the 26 likes and even that one dislike for at least tuning in. I appreciate that. And I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Y'all have a blessed night. And I will see y'all next time.
Later.
Aloha.
Later.